everyone. Today is the day that I've decided to start winterizing, partial winterization of the baby's coop, and that's the blue one you see behind me here. Originally they were supposed to be in with big girls, and the big girls coop is just designed differently than the babies, but we are having a hard time with integration. The babies are 24 weeks old, but we have a Duclay, and our Duclay rooster does not love the big girls, and he's so tiny that I'm honestly afraid that when he tries to pick a fight with them, I'm afraid they'll hurt him. So they're only under supervision that they're together. That's our big rooster. He's also kept separate from the little baby one. Anyway, so their coop, like I said, is designed differently. And so they have an open panels on the front that's got hardware cloth on them. So they're getting more air in. On our big coop, we have windows that we can close. And those have actually been closed for a couple of weeks now. It's not getting super cold here, so I'm not worried about that. We've only been getting down to 37, 40 at night. Highs during the day is anywhere between 55 and 65. So it's not been that bad, but the problem is they're getting a little sun right now, and that's about the most sun that they'll get during the day. Which is good for the summertime because they're very, very shaded. Wintertime, not so great. But I'm going to take you guys along the way with me today and show you what I do when it comes to partially winterizing their coop. So come along and join me. Oh, and I'm going to show you too how their windows are designed so that you'll see what I'm talking about, because it's hard to picture that. But I'll show you that as well. Also, in just a little quick shot, this is my little troublemaker. Right, Boots? This is why I can't have them together right now, because you see how tiny he is? There's only a few of the big girls he likes. He loves the gray ones, and the red ones have made their peace with him, but our Dominics and Bards have not made peace with him yet, and he hasn't with them. So we're slowly working on it, and hopefully, right, hopefully by spring we can have them joined, because the original plan was to not only have them in with the big girls and integrated, but to combine their runs so that we have the option to join them or close them off depending on if we add more babies or if somebody's not feeling well, or we need to separate like that. So that's kind of put on hold right now because little man here doesn't accept everyone. So we're hoping, right, Boots? Mwah. Right, Boots? Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I can't show Boots without showing my little sweet Pepper. She was at my feet the whole time I was holding him. She likes to be held, so, and she likes shoes. I'm not sure what it is about shoes, but anytime we're around her, she's always eating her shoes, aren't you, Peps? Huh? Okay, so right now I'm up on the hill above the run so that you can see kind of what I'm talking about as far as the way the baby's windows are designed. And the reason I'm focusing on just covering the front right now, because those are the biggest openings, and I'm going to leave the sides open right now because they are small. But eventually, as we start getting colder, if we have a cold winter, it varies with us. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's mild. Last year we had a few cold days, really cold days, but for the most part we lucked up and had a very mild winter. We'll see what this winter holds. But anyway, I'm going to flip this around so you can see how their windows are designed. I'll open it, it's got hardware cloth on it, but that's the part right there that I'm going to cover. Also shaded all day long, so it's staying pretty cool in there. So we're gonna help them stay warm. And this is the big girl area, and their windows have been closed, so they're good for now. I'll show you. So this part is open, and that's their side covered with hardware cloth. And then this is area here. And even if I do decide to cover this, we still have ventilation going on around the tops of it. And then over here on that side, which I have to be in the run and I'm not, but it's covered as well with hardware cloth. And once again, they have that top ventilation. So we're going to play it by ear. Okay, so we're getting ready to get started. The crazy thing is I know I'm going to have help because it's so weird. I can go in and clean the big girl coop and no one ever even comes in. They just completely ignore me unless there's somebody in the nesting box laying an egg. I can leave the big coop door open and shovel everything and dust and clean and mop and sweep, all of that, and no one ever comes in. But it's different with the babies. From day one, these little guys have always came to supervise whenever I get ready to clean. their area. So let's see, I'm going to open the door. I'm going to flip this around and open the door, and we'll see if they're actually in there, because they're going to hear me outside the door. So, is anyone in here? Well, hello, Boots. Boots is in here, Farah's in here, and Minnie's in here. So we'll be cleaning off all their perch today, and cleaning all that, and scooping and getting it all clean and ready for winter, right? Right, guys? Yeah, Farah, we will. Inside the coop, I'll show you. So this is what I'm not covering today. I'm going to leave that open. This is what I'm covering. But even when I cover it, see this? We're still going to have that ventilation. So this leads to the outside as well. So that's always very important when it comes to chickens. Hold on, one's pecking me down here. Alright, can I help you? I know, Buddy is so loud, isn't he? Huh? Yeah. Swept the floor. I've got to clean it. They just get it dirty. And then I've got to scrub this down. We've had a lot of rain, so most of this is mud. As you can see where Minnie's at too. We've just had a lot of rain, and so they get mud on that. So I've got to clean that, and that'll be next on the list as soon as I get them out the door. Okay, so we just finished getting all the shavings out, and I'm going to go and get the stuff to put back in it. So what do I use for cleaning and putting back in? So with cleaning, I've always used the Thieves Young Living cleaner, and I use it to wipe down their floor if there's any stains on their floor. It's always used for their perches. It's amazing how well that does with their perches and getting the mud and the poopies off. And I use that also for their hatch doors, and even their walls I use for that. And then normally I use a half a bag of shavings for the baby's coop, because their coop is a 5x6, and usually a half a bag is sufficient. But for getting ready for winter time, I'm going to be using a whole bag, just to kind of getting them ready to stay warmer. I usually bulk it up for the winter. And then I always also use Sweet PDZ as well. Oh, Buddy, for that. So I'm going to show you exactly what I use on that. This is just the Thieves cleaner, the Young Living Thieves cleaner, and I mix it with water, and I use that to clean every part of their coop. I use the brush here. It's really good at getting the floor, anything that's stuck on the floor. The sponge is great for cleaning their perch area and parts of their entryway, and then up high there where I want to get up in there. This is great for their entryway because they track mud into it, and the mud gets really thick, so it's great for that. And also the ramp. So I use this for the ramp as well. Always wear gloves. I do have gloves here. I've got to put them on to finish cleaning all that. And that's it. And I will show you the rest before I start putting everything back in. And I have to run them out because I have to sweep. Guys, I've got to clean in here. Boots, you can't live up there. I've got to clean up there. I got to clean up there, Booty. All right, perch is clean. They've carried a little bit of dirt back in. They've been coming in and supervising, but all the yucky mud over there is off. And so next step is going to be letting the floor dry from scrubbing it, and then putting the shavings down, and then we'll be ready to cover the windows. Okay, so coop floor's dry. Always add these two. Sweet PDZ is amazing. I didn't realize how much I love it until the Tractor Supplies near us were sold out recently, and I wasn't able to get it the last time I cleaned out the coop a month ago. I added it a couple of weeks later. Huge difference. The smell went away that I was always smelling. And personal preference, I always use the fine shavings. I just like it better. Like I said, anything, that's just what I always go with. Easy's down. So next I'll be following with the shavings. And usually I do add First Saturday Lime as well as part of the coop cleaning. So I'll put down Sweet PDZ, First Saturday Lime, shavings. But it's not time for our First Saturday Lime shipment to come yet, and I am out from this past month. So everything is cleaned, and here's what we did just to show you guys. This is just the winterization plastic. This is what I use every year to put on the windows and any openings. And you can see that we have left this one open, and this one is still open, and Everything is good to go. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and taking the time to watch this. As I said, this is how we do ours. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different process. You do what works for you. Next week, we'll be conquering this one. So that's always fun. That one's big. It takes a while. That's a 10 by 12. This is a 5 by 6. So much easier to clean the 5 by 6. So anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful day.